Vigneshwara. I think I'm 28? Yeah, 28 I think. First I have to do housekeeping. Second is mostly packing of goods. I'm worried about my father because he has some health issues. He has a high blood pressure, some cholesterol. Sometimes his high blood pressure will rise up, so I'm scared for him. After work or if I'm outside and coming home, I always buy 2 foods for me and my father. Whatever I eat, I also pick for him. Since he doesn't have teeth, so I try to buy softer things to him to eat.
Most people may take for granted that Vignesh does have intellectual disability as he looks just like you and me. However, he does struggle with certain things, perhaps more complex planning, decision making, and he requires some support in that. Vignesh was referred to Happee Arts movement by the Association for Persons with Special Needs. He was having difficulties holding down, sustaining a job. So Vignesh has diabetes, a chronic health condition, and he also has some mental health concerns, including anxiety and depression. Nurse Nazira and myself, we do regular home visits to check in on him and his father. Hello, Vic. How have you been, Vic? Okay. You had your lunch?
Yeah.
So your blood pressure is 1 to 5/80, which is that's very good, okay?
Additionally, Vignesh is also a caregiver to his aging father. This presents yet another set of struggles and opportunities for Vic.
Saruk,
Ya.
dah lupa. Itu makan ubat dah lupa kah?
Tak ada makan ni.
Ada makan lah?
Sambil anak selalu. Tu dia ada sini.
But just like you and me, he has his own sets of thoughts, emotions, ideas, goals that he would like to explore and express.
I've been recently playing God of War. One of my hobbies also like to read fantasy, mostly fantasy or myth. I also interested in horror stories. Sometimes I go down to walk. Downstairs at the canal. When I was young, my parents most of the time was working. My father worked as a pest controller NEA. My mother worked as a cleaner at a hotel. I was a mother's boy, so always been around her a lot. My mother had diabetes, so the doctor amputated her right leg and her toes. It progressed until she went to stroke. After the stroke, she passed away. I felt empty when we didn't have anyone to discuss with. I just bottled up everything inside. Try to live normal. After a couple of years, I break down. Empty. It felt like no longer, there's no place for me in the world. My father did, but he was also burdening up his own feelings, so we both went through the same thing. I avoided anyone, so I mostly stayed at home. I tried to get a job, 1 or 2, but it didn't manage to hold on to it.
Our team had linked up with the appropriate job support services and also his employer to help facilitate some of these interactions between his workplace and Vignesh. Having a job allows him to do the things that he needs to do, to assess the things that he needs to be financially independent. It gives him meaning in life, a sense of competency, confidence, and being able to achieve his goals.
Morning meeting. Usually 9:45. They ask us to team talk. They tell us what's the sales and what's our goal for the week. We learn the 5 or 6 lines for dealing with customers.
Welcome to Nico.
Welcome to Nico.
May I help you?
May I help you?
I feel like it's important for Vic to have a job. It gives him a sense of belonging and sense of responsibility also. Hi, morning Vic. Firstly, can you help me throwing the cage to the trash so that you can help me clean the mirrors in order? Can. Thank you. For Vic's first week, it was actually a bit difficult for him, I feel, because firstly, if you have met him, you can see that he's a very soft-spoken and introverted person. However, I can see that he's a very hardworking person. There's a determination to succeed also.
I think for families with complex and multifaceted needs, may often look at them through a lens of problems and needs. We are not here to pull them towards where they are at, but to be their back supporters. Happy Hearts is one part of a larger ecosystem of support. We have found a very good partner in a GP clinic in their neighborhood. Vignesh and Mr. Arok goes there regularly to take their medications and also for any arising or acute healthcare issues.
Mr. Vigneswaran, hey, Miss Arya Kasami, hi, come. Good afternoon to you. Hey, Nadir, hi, come on in. Afternoon. How are you both? The challenge that I relish with patients with ID, right, is the aspect of communication. I think communication and consulting is a skill that all doctors possess.
Doctor said don't drink. Drink.
Okay.
The pressure high.
Pressure. Okay, can. Trust is something that takes years to establish, but seconds to tear down. Patients will travel long distances to see someone that they have a relationship and they trust, to feel comfortable enough in the clinic, whereby the patient is not only cared for, but the carers, right? And then the carers, and the family. So it's a rippling effect. Strong as well, and high blood pressure, and you're young. So we need to look at these things because we want you to be healthy, right? ID Health, they do what needs to be done portion. I mean, looking at Vic's story, right? It's amazing that you can have care workers go out to someone's home. Look at how they live. Look at their fridge, right? And then slowly educate them in terms of what's healthy, what's not. What changes need to be made in your home. And to see Vic, right, change from being a person who's cared for to become confident enough to go and work and to end up caring for his father. There are actually some times where he brings his father down without contacting anyone from the ID team, and that's phenomenal, right? That shows a lot of personal, emotional, psychological growth.
Now I'm able to get help and share feelings with others. Over the years, I've been having help from a lot of people. Mostly I'm worried about finance, my father's health, the house we live in. I'm hopeful for my family to get better in finance and health. And I will take care of my father. For me, it's the normal thing to do.